about it during the STC Rewind. But Four Thrives, yeah, Rewind. 4Thrives looking great. They are still looking great, and I think they will continue to look great going today. They had a strong Rondo. Do you think it's going to happen again?
It's going to be tough, right? I think that Rondo being that map that is so important here, I think everybody did their homework to another level last night, and are going to mix things up. I mean, I know one team in particular for sure is Enigma Galaxy, because they got taken out immediately on that Rondo there, and they said that, no, yeah, Team Flash, they hunted us down. And I think that the whole lobby at this stage, they saw that, right? They're like, you know what? We're at risk of this happening. You know, even 4Thrives, I've got to maybe think twice here. So, hey, make those changes, make it happen, and get it done here for match number 1, as it looks like we got the playing going. Let's get this started.
And we are down towards the south portion of the map for day number 2. As we get into it, this is the last day for Group A, the last day for some of these teams to make their mark here and progress into the rest of PMWC. But for some teams, it will be the final hurdle that will trip them up. See what they can make happen. This is a difficult circle. It's a difficult playing path, sorry, here on Rondo down towards the south side. Doesn't really open up a lot of the northwest. There's going to be some long shoots here for some of our squads. Stadium a little bit hard to make your way on over. But for Enigma Galaxy, you hope that they have figured out a solution, potentially. Aurora as well. I don't think they were able to get as much action as they might have liked over towards Yulin. There was a lot of fighting in Neox Factory.
But yeah, you can see here, no double plane path, just the southern one. You can see the team starting to hop on out. You got to make sure that you protect that single player going for that recall. That is so important here. And
no double plane paths.
Yeah, no double plane paths.
No, anymore.
No, that's right. That's correct. Yeah, nothing, not going to happen. We got just a single one here. And you know what? One opportunity for a lot of these teams, right, like we were talking about earlier, to get it done. And you can see that Neox Factory area is hot, as well as Dan Ching, and you can see Thunder Talk. That is the team that needs to make it happen here big time, getting into it with AGAL.
It's a scary team to get into it, though, because yesterday Maple looked fantastic on the initial approach. Ching underneath from Thunder Talk, but AJ does open up onto Maple of all teams. But I am getting word that it's potentially a rehost coming through. We will wait and see. And it is the truth. We're not lying to you. So in the meantime, we will have to wait for that one. But I think most of the players probably not unhappy about that, considering it's quite a difficult plane to start things off down towards that south side in Danqing. It forced a lot of teams out of the way. But then we did get an eastern circle, which, you know, wasn't too bad for the squads.
Yeah, no big deal here. You know what I'm saying? We get a little bit more time to talk about these teams, get a little bit more time for these teams to kind of prep and figure out how they're going to make this happen here, because 24, they got just these next few hours to either stay here in Paris or go home, and they want to definitely extend that life just a little bit further here. So looking at the leaderboards, let's break that down, right? So top 5, again, folks, those are going to be the ones moving straight to the finals. Bottom 3 are going home. That's it for today. And those teams in between heading into that survival stage. So you have in 5th place, KRX tied with Aurora with 47 points. OG with that chicken dinner on that last game, right? Were able to really make things happen. But it does look like we are hearing...
We lied.
Yeah, we lied. Psych!
We lied!
Psych!
We're back in.
We're here.
Disregard all previous conversation because we are back here on Rondo. I am excited for it to go to another rehost, though. But for the time being, we'll treat this as real life.
That's correct.
Real stakes on the line. Juicy stakes at that. As T24 opens up onto one, now looks for the second. It's going to be a hard push, but they cannot take him down. T24 brings the gore in Neox.
I'll tell you what, 1v2, baby. That was real, and that was live. That's how you get it done. T24 getting revenge for his teammates. Valak ends up going down, so they are stuck with 2. I'm sure IQ is going to be out there getting them back up here in just a couple of seconds. With beautiful play to start things off. The group of death has not disappointed at all.
And again, I mean, it made me laugh hearing Max say this is the deathy group. It is kind of, he's not wrong. T24 even taking a tumble there versus Ayala, who has been quite a strong member for Furious. Sadly, they are quite down on the numbers at the moment. Whoa!
Wait.
Was that 4th Raev just out?
Gone!
Raev is
Okay. 4T struggle. T24 is able to get 2 elims for them, but that is a disastrous result for them. Again, always difficult to see where other players went down. We did have a slight blackout during the middle of that, so couldn't quite see where the 4th player actually left, but it might have been Flash.
Yeah.
It may have been Flash again.
And we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
We were, right? I was just saying, like, hey, you know what? Even if you're 4th Raevs, you got to be concerned here because you're at the top of the leaderboards.
Yeah.
If someone's going to hunt you down, that's the squad to do it. And unfortunately for them, they go out early. Hey, huge opportunity, right, for these teams right below them to surpass them on the leaderboards.
Yeah, Rondo is like very much a good map for saving your run. A lot of times, Silence opening up. Yeah, Chief is down. We get a quick replay. This is Flower H. This is actually the fight versus Thunder Talk, which was going fairly badly. Now, Flower H was having an absolutely sick day yesterday in terms of the damage numbers, and that is a quick spin around. Did they fully go out, though? Let's take a quick look on the leaderboards. Yeah, all gamers, 4 players alive. They look good. They were able to reset on that one. That's fantastic.
That's what you have to do. I mean, I don't know where exactly IQ was because he wasn't in the fight with this team. But he was, I guess, tried to go to a recall tower, got caught out, unfortunately. And that's them done and dusted. Hey, rest of the lobby still here, though, 15 teams. Aula, Claws, trying to hit some cheeky shots using that stairwell. Silence is down to 1 HP. He gets the knock, and Claws gets naded. Rest of the team, I think, is just a little bit too far to support him. Actually, never mind. Yeah, right behind him. Quick is there to challenge Furia. Chief going to throw down some smokes to try to get his teammate up here. But with this fight slowing down, yeah, I think Quick is like, oof, this is a little bit too late to start this push.
Yeah, he's in the struggle bus now. And again, this is one of the situations where it's actually very hard to deal with it. Because the amount of sidelines you can kind of angle off here with the smokes, Quick's almost certainly going to go down. Silence just has to play the right-hand side. Chief just needs to eke his way up on the left-hand side here. He has to hit a nasty grenade to even hopefully clutch this one out, but he's only got one chance, and that's it. Stun grenade goes out, and the nade over the top of it, and he's forced off the edge here. So now they control the entirety of the high ground.
Yeah, and Aula, they need these points pretty bad now. Just with this performance alone, right? Just 3 eliminations that puts them out of that bottom 3. But you know, this is that opportunity to do such a good game that sets you up for the rest of this day. I mean, heck, a win here with double-digit eliminations, that puts them in the running for top 5, literally. So, not the worst start. They got 3 elims so far. They still have all their players up. Let's see what they can do.
It's an interesting approach from Malula, though, because the entirety of Neox is very quiet, considering that original playing path. But all 4 players from Malula are here, which means that if they do lose this engagement versus Furia, that's all the chances gone here on Rondo.
Nice pre-fire there from Ayala, and they end up catching him. Oh, but great return fire there from Yasser. Silence on that back end. Quick gonna go ahead and hold behind this coverage. Yeah, Alula should be able to get everybody up. Chief running out this other angle, though. That's gonna make things interesting. But you're right, yeah, Aula fully committed to Neox Factory, and so far it's working, and they are racking up the points.
Much needed points as well. And in 12th place, they have dragged themselves out of what was a danger zone earlier. Just Silence left remaining now. Sticky Bomb. No helmet, which is kind of the most disastrous thing about this. So many sidelines to deal with on the other side. Pretty hard approach, but they already got the reset in. Pull themselves back into play. That's over towards Fong Tun, though. Man, they got a journey ahead of them.
Yeah, they do. So that I was wondering, like, should Silence even think about like pushing this right now with the rest of his team so far away? Yeah, probably not. He needs to survive and hold on a little bit longer. You definitely want that recall life.
Nice.
Just for the time being. Next zone just popping up, goes dead center here. The problem is you got that river just chopping right through the center of it. If that zone does hard shift on over to that left side, it's going to make things pretty difficult. But let's look at this here. Thunder Talk, X-Force Rejects. The teams at the bottom battling it out here. It looks like X-Force Rejects are going to get 3. Oh, getting shot in the back, though. That's from downtown. Sneaking that knock. But it looks like they should be able to get this res. Oh, actually, no, forget the res. They go for this final elimination. They say, we need these points. And AJ does a great job of holding him off with that shotgun.
That's what works for way through the banister. Catches another. AJ looking good right now. Quick step out on the side. Could push over towards the stairs. Taking more damage coming through from Doc right now, but there are flushes to be had. More eliminations is all really Thunder Talk's looking for in this moment.
Don't see me. Don't see me. Reaper's like, I'm not here. I'm not here. Don't look. Don't turn around. Oh. Did he miss him again?
He
No.
saw
Spotted him there. So he gets the elimination.
Game
X-Force do
play
get a little bit of
simple,
time
no
to
love. और full
now
passive
reset
करता है
this
इधर.
and get this fight done. Shiva's running in all by himself, though. Got to be careful here as AJ is putting in the work. And he is taking on this squad all by himself, but finally Shiva shuts him down.
Almost 1v4. Honestly, it was very, very close. It was the fact that he got that cheeky angle through the door frame. That might have just been a 1v4 coming through from AJ. I think X-Force Rejects should be able to get a reset on that one, but it feels very uncomfortable. Aurora's looking in that direction. Ulf's looking in that direction too. There is a lot of teams that have sightlines towards them. But you can see here Aurora and Ulf now on the move, so potentially the pressure got alleviated slightly over towards X-Force Rejects, but we'll wait and see.
Oh, that'd be a huge break for them if that's the case. Yeah, if you're X-Force Rejects, if you're Shiva, right now you're just like, where is the nearest recall tower? Problem is that we're already in stage 2, and with that water in the center of this area here, it's gonna make it so difficult for him to find one. But we'll see if that does end up being the case. Looking on over to Aurora, top with 3 eliminations to start things off, looking very, very good here. Quick getting a knock onto Silent, so it looks like Aula is going to be challenging that last player of Furia. They ended up getting that. And now, as a matter of fact, Igor is starting to get in the rest of the zone, but the other 2 are still deep in the blue.
Yeah, I mean, for Fury, it's going to be a while till they actually get themselves in a position where they can play this one out. Right now, it's a lot of driving, a lot of gasoline required too. Enigma Galaxy's still doing the weird thing though. They're doing these 2-2 splits where they send 2 players very far and then they got stragglers behind. I can't tell if it's to try and secure location far side of the circle and then hopefully cut in towards the other side sooner as the circle pops. But it's super risky. It's a really, really super risky strategy. It's working out right now, and they're playing it decently. But again, Ralph's the same dude who came up with the heel strap, right?
Right? Yeah.
Which was real corny, but he's all for corny strategies. But they work. They do work.
So, sometimes you got to think outside the box, and you know.
Yeah, well, maybe he's an innovator.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe corny is not the way to call it.
Who knows, right? I mean, you know what? It's one of those 50-50s, right? If it doesn't work out, he's an idiot, and if it does work out, he's a genius.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's
right now he's a genius.
Yeah,
so,
now he nailed it, right? So with this hard shift on over to the left side, that's going to make things pretty tough as the water is in play. Let's see what Ralph can do if he can bring out some more of those 1,000 IQ plays. He's going to be holding this dip right now. And we're going to see Aurora right down the road from him. Reefus putting on a little bit of suppressive fire, holding this coverage for now, just making it annoying for Ralph to move.
Reefus yesterday, an immortal man in the lobby. Difficult to remove him here on Rondo. Last pair alive, but was such a problem for RRQ for such a long time. There's a bit more loot on side, but you're right. What we have now, and you alluded to it earlier, is just the river that cuts right through. Plenty of water involved. Hard gamble to make. I think most teams are trying to secure over towards the eastern side here. It does have more landmass involved, so they're hoping for the switchback on that way. But this could easily pull left.
Oh man, so this is like you literally have to kind of, it's a coin toss at this point, right? You just have to pick a spot, hope that circle comes your way. If not, it's going to make these difficult. Lord said, I do not like that gas can. Get it out of here. And make sure that we get some terraforming going, because we're going to need all the room that we can get. This circle was actually a huge one for Al-Ula, because they have pretty much that entire side of the river to themselves. Considering where they're at the start of the day, this is their chance, honestly. I think you had a rough day one, utilize this opportunity to its maximum potential, and at least secure your tournament life a little bit longer.
There's still a couple of entryways back over towards the western side, but you're right. I mean, right now, Alula, not only do they have a decent spot, they've got a compound, they've got a high ground to work with, but it does require them to win the coin flip.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the main problem they're running into at the moment. But there is the bridge down towards that south side. There's a bridge on the north too. There is going to be a big old queue in the process of trying to get back over towards the west. We've got to wait for this next circle first, which will be hitting us real shortly.
Let's see. Where's it going? Will Alula win the coin flip, and boom! They have nailed it here. So it is a rock-solid position for them. You can see Quick, he's starting to move around. He's excited. He's like, all right, boys, let's get this going. This is our game here. As you see all those teams on the south, OG, Ulf, KRX, all going to have to start pushing on up. Ooh, Quick moving outside of the zone here. They're going to take that edge, just looking for that, maybe possibly gatekeep some of these teams pushing in from the south side.
Yeah, they have to hold it out, right? It's actually, there is a playable space down here towards the river where you can actually just play underneath Alula. Actually saw Fourth Rise play a very similar position earlier this year. Get a really big game off the back of it. Aru's going to send forward, though. He's swinging past on that western side. Yeah, OG, Alula, both really are benefiting off the back of this circle. I do like that Alula just decided, you know, let's just take the compound over towards the west here. Let's not try and spread out too much. Already know that practically 20% of the circle is unplayable. We're not going to be greedy on space taking, especially where we are on the leaderboard too. Let's not rock the boat too much.
Not a bad idea. Yeah, I think there are some teams that get in positions that are so dominant and they just spread themselves too thin. So I like the fact that they are playing it together, but I don't want them to play super passive, right? You still utilize this opportunity to hunt down as many eliminations as you can. See how that ends up working out, though, as we're looking at RRQ Goat making some shots. This is going to be on the north side of the circle here. Forced through the tree line. Yeah, get some nice shots, and Goat team are putting in some serious work on RRQ on a 1v2. Could happen. Moxie hopping in the vehicle, and we're going to see RRQ get out of here.
I mean, very, very typical Lepar behavior there. Very aggressive. Nerf's going to send over the top. Has the 12K, finds another. Looks good. So we're going to deal with one player off in the distance. Down to just a solo now.
0 bullets waste agute aur
no real chance, honestly, at a recall beacon. Has to fight off, plays from the low ground. JS9 in play. And just leaves the spray going. 7 elims now for Goat. Honestly, this looks like a good game for Goat. It's an okay game. I think what I noticed from yesterday was that their highs were very high.
Yep.
Their lows were super low. I mean, we were 15, 16 places, 2 elims, 1 elim.
Where is OG?
Yeah, so that's the variance they need to deal with. EK, on the other hand, looking over towards Gaming Stars.
Sachi putting in that work. Nades ringing out all over the place here. And now this is where everyone's starting to head. They want to get those third parties going. And KRX are going to be pushing up on them little by little. You got Enigma Galaxy right next to him as well. Gaming Star Yusuf, last player up, trying to get in the 1v1. He gets some good shot off with that S12K. Gets that thirst. He needs that point. Oh, but that nade is going to shut him down. That's QXCZ getting it done. And now Hoxie's like, all right, let's finish this out here. Let's get these points and secure this position. Ragnarok said, you know what? You can have it. I'm out of here.
South Korean team by KRX. It's really nice to see some of the aggression that comes through. I think it used to be before where a lot of South Korean squads would get an initial knock and then not really do anything with it, but KRX is very quick to maybe not fully commit, but see what's available, right? What are the opportunities? What are the options there? So I'll always send one player forward to have a little sniff, you know, peek in. So I like it. I do like it from KRX. But now they're up against Enigma Galaxy, who are playing on their northern edge. Next circle pops, and it's still dead central on this river. It's so uncomfortable.
Such a tough circle. Team Flash are just going to be holding this high ground for now. Even though the zone is going to be closing, they're like, yeah, let's just try to put as much pressure as we can. And then we're going to push into the zone at the last second. I mean, yeah, Win and Squad are starting to steal some of these eliminations. This is very difficult for Enigma Galaxy. They're just having to straight hit the deck. And look at those angles. These sight lines from Team Flash are disgusting.
Yeah, Bo's got some good shots down there, but right now Enigma Galaxy is essentially just weathering the storm. They know that they can just keep dropping the smokes, but how many smokes they got left remaining? Eventually, the Flash are going to have to pull off this spot, but in tandem with KRX, Enigma Galaxy, and Flash all at the same time. Satan stays alive, bears amount of HP. The blue does slowly march towards him like a tsunami.
And this blue zone's gonna hurt, that's for sure. So Satan and squad.
जब बारी आएगी तो प्रॉब्लम का विषय वहां पे जरूर बनने वाला है, बट सर्कल चैलेंज और बढ़ाता हुआ सेंट्रल शिफ्ट यहाँ पे होता हुआ आरू सर्कल के सेंटर के आसपास पहुंच चुके हैं। बचे हुए 3 प्लेयर्स भी रोटेट करके जल्द से जल्द आरू की तरफ जाना चाहेंगे।
ठीक है, मुझे लगता है आरू का जो पोजीशनिंग है वो थोड़ा बहुत कंसर्निंग भी है, क्योंकि ऑपोजिट साइड से भी इनके ऊपर शॉट्स आ सकते हैं। उनके ऊपर जब जाएंगे तो हम बात करेंगे, बट टीम के आरएक्स में अपने 2 खिलाड़ियों को ऑलरेडी गवा चुके हैं। बिनी वो स्प्रे करने की कोशिश थी, वो साउंड के साथ स्प्रे करने की कोशिश थी, बट बिनी को नॉकआउट कर दिया गया। कुप्स ऑन द अदर हैंड वो भी हमें डाउन होते हुए देखने के लिए मिले। टीम अरोरा बिल्कुल भी नहीं रुक रही है। टीम निग्मा गैलेक्सी ग्रेनेड का इस्तेमाल, हॉक्सी क्या वो इसमें डाउन होंगे? जी नहीं, अभी भी सर्वाइवल गेम चलता हुआ। लॉर्ड अपने आप को ब्लू के साथ ही अंदर की तरफ लेके आते चले जा रहे हैं। उनको बहुत अच्छे से पता है कि इधर ये फाइट उनको जीतना ही जीतना है ताकि पॉइंट्स मिल पाए। पर बिनी वो कोशिश कर रहे हैं सर्वाइव करने की। उसी बीच डॉग की तरफ से शॉट आया, डाउन हुए। हॉक्सी बहुत दूर से वो शॉट आता हुआ और इनको इधर खत्म कर दिया गया है। बहुत ज्यादा दिक्कत। टीम KRX वो भी इस मुकाबले से बाहर और निग्मा गैलेक्सी भी।
टॉप कैटेगरी की भी टीम यहाँ पे एलिमिनेट हो रही है, जो ओवरऑल स्टैंडिंग में टॉप पे चल रहे थे। कोट एलिमिनेट हो चुके हैं, KRX एलिमिनेट हो चुके हैं, निग्मा गैलेक्सी एलिमिनेट हो चुके हैं। तो ओजी के पास अब अपॉर्चुनिटी रहेगी कि यहाँ से वो अपने आप को क्लाइम कला करके टॉप 4 टॉप 3 यहाँ से जरूर प्लान करे, क्योंकि सर्कल का पूरा एडवांटेज उनके पास है। स्कारफेस इनिशियल नॉक की जो जरूरत थी यहाँ पे मिल चुके हैं। ग्रेनेड के साथ और भी ज्यादा डैमेज यहाँ पे देना चाह रहे। जी हाँ, डैमेज देने में भी कामयाब हो रहे। रिफ्यूज उन्हें यहाँ से रिवॉल्व देने का मौका नहीं मिलने वाला। वो कंफर्मेशन भी स्कारफेस अपने ग्रेनेड से ही निकाल के जाएंगे, वो रुक नहीं रहे। और सारे ही ग्रेनेड्स आप देखिए कितने ज्यादा परफेक्ट अपोनेंट साइड से अरोरा की तरफ से तो उतने इम्पैक्टफुल ग्रेनेड अभी तक हमने देखा नहीं है। एप्पल दूसरी तरफ R38 को डाउन करें और ये एक अलग बैटल होती हुई। यूरिया ज्यादा फाइट में गए नहीं, सिर्फ रोटेशन में फोकस किया गया और यहाँ पे भी ग्रेनेड बहुत ज्यादा परफेक्ट होता हुआ। हालांकि डिस्ट्रैक्शन के रूप में पीछे से एक टीम आ चुकी है, तो थोड़ा उधर भी फोकस AGAL को करना पड़ेगा। और इनफैक्ट यूरिया वहाँ पे रुके नहीं, वो सर्कल की तरफ यहाँ पे जाना सही समझे। ULA मैच उनके लिए भी कहीं से भी अच्छा जा नहीं रहा है, प्लेयर्स को गवाते चले जा रहे हैं। अब केवल 2 ही प्लेयर है जिनको यहाँ से आगे जाने की वो जरूरत। क्विक ऑलरेडी हार्ड कवर में जा चुके हैं, दूसरे प्लेयर भी उनके पास पहुंच जाएंगे। सर्कल का एक और सेंट्रल चिप ओजी के लिए बहुत अच्छी खबर, कहीं जाने की आवश्यकता नहीं। अब यहाँ से फाइट करना पड़ेगा और आतंक की उन्होंने शुरुआत कर दी, वहां पे फाइट की। AGAL उनके प्लेयर्स को टेक डाउन करते हुए, कंफर्म करते हुए, और यहाँ से जो मैं बोल रहा हूँ क्लाइम करने का बहुत अच्छा मौका है। KRX को आप बीट कर सकते हो, 4th प्लेस पे आप जा सकते हैं, थोड़ा डिफरेंस भी बना सकते हैं, लेकिन उसके साथ प्लेसमेंट और फिनिश दोनों ही लगने वाले हैं।
बिल्कुल सही। और
Go ahead and go for the quick first aid,
No.
but it ain't gonna be fast enough. OG.
Good shot from a tanky, though.
Yeah, that's how you do it there. You can steal as many eliminations as you can, take it. Yo, with the angles, catches Scarface. And again, right? Third party after third party. Flash are right there to disrupt this fight.
I mean, no one survives on this eastern side, and it's been so undetermined where this circle is going to end for so long that I can't really fault any of the teams on the eastern side for how this goes down. OG's doing the right thing though, trying to make as many points as possible and grab as much value off this position as possible too, knowing that any team on the eastern side very unlikely to make it through.
Elimination
Did send
but
a rogue
no
agent over towards the western side in catch though.
Cars
An
can
underwater
ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ
agent right there.
ಬೀಳೋದೇ
He is
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
swimming for
Super
his
cars
life
can
right now,
ಹಾಕಿದ್ರೆ.
just trying to sneak some extra placement points
ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ
possibly.
ನಮಗೆ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ most
And
probably.
yeah, he's going to be the last player up for. Oh, you got Aaron there in the water as well. Catch maybe thinking about going for that res in the water. We'll see. But you got Team Flash looking to go fishing here.
Flash, OG,
Let's see if he's able to get that res though. Looks like he just might.
AGAL,
He swims across to him. Possible to do.
UA.
Real question whether Flash actually
It's
sees it or
China
not. But they do have a knocked player who's bleeding out. So they're a bit preoccupied at the moment and will likely need to figure out what's going on in the next circle
Aurora
too.
ಇದಾರೆ ಇನ್ನು.
Silence
Aurora
finds
ಇಲ್ಲ.
quick. Catch
Aurora
goes down
ಹೋಯ್ತು.
to win. But they're not out yet, just because
Points
Aaron
table
actually got rest in that short moment.
Yeah, no points table kote no.
Silence gets knocked. That's from AKOP from OG. Goodness me, these guys are really racking up the points here and there.
Oh,
Consistently
yaar,
having a good
no,
idea of what's
Neeral
going on around
revive
them
karte
inside the
crazy
circle. It's
low.
nice to see. It really is.
Yeah, and it's perfect for them, right? Considering that all the top 5 are now completely out. So OG really need to dominate right here. They got 2 eliminations so far. We got Flash right underneath you with 8. So if you're OG, you still have all 4 players up. Clean up this entire side of the map first, and then figure it out later. This is their chance, though. These guys are looking great, and a great opportunity for Furia. Yeah, we were talking about it yesterday. They were chasing zones all dang day. Now they have the position. What can they do with it? That's the question.
Push down over towards that high ground that looks over towards the Flash. They try and cross the road. Circle moves down towards the south side. OG's throwing a bone here. But there was some complaints yesterday about some of the passivity coming through from OG, which I think that they were able to correct a lot as we went throughout the day. And even during this game, you can see there's been a lot of effort been put into that. So for OG right now, we need more of that proactivity right now, though. I truly believe this is a game that they can win. They have the circle to work with it.
Right,
Fury's coming from that north side, though, and they are looking hot this game.
Yeah, OG, you have it all right now, right? Turn that aggression up to 11. Soak up those eliminations. Get that win.
Get that back-to-back, basically.
Right. Yeah, back-to-back chicken dinners, right? They won the last one yesterday. This one will just solidify them here and definitely put them in that running in just 2 matches for that top 5. Let's see what they can do, though. As we all got Furia up on the north. Flash trying to find a way into this circle. They're forced to swim it out. Igor going fishing there. He's getting some hit markers on the bows, but not able to take them out.
You really do become curious about the ammo counts on some of these teams, because it's been a ton of movement around the map. Aru's moving forward. He's got nades, got molotovs. He's looking.
There we go.
Sitting pretty right now. Ammo count does look a little bit low, but Aru with the underarm should be
Damn.
Aru picks up the double. Man, this guy is leading OG to victory.
Let's get it going. The crowd getting hyped on that one. Perfect toss there. Furia, though, they're looking to get in the mix here. Some nice shots from the Flash. Going to make it a little bit tough. They're going to have to hit the
Flash versus Aru.
But that vehicle is on fire. He looks like he is able to get to safety just barely.
Damn.
Okay. Dude, Aru is going absolutely nutty in these games.
Flash versus OG. Flash versus OG.
In the final moments
Flash
of these
versus
games.
OG. Come on.
Flash now underneath, looking to push up. OG holding them back at the gates.
Top out.
From Miramar to Rondo, can they do it all here?
Come on.
Back-to-back chicken dinners are in their future, and the future is now. Can they grasp it as Team Flash rocking a 3-1 split here? You got WizGod. Gonna have to watch out for that nade. That air burst a little bit too far away.
No.
And now Aru, man, putting in the work for his team. They gotta be careful, though. Here they go. They have the high ground. What can they do with it? Now, Tops from that off angle, making it a little bit difficult for them to peek over the hill. But here we go. The battle starting to ring out.
Bandy's all that's left on side at the moment. S12K, Silence looking to quieten down the run coming through from India, but it's not happening. They will not be silenced. They will not be shut up here. Aru still going strong. A tanky underneath, looking to get the shots in, but Flash moves around the side. He's whipping the shots, unfortunately. But finally, they will hit the last shot, and India grabs the back-to-back. From day 1 to day 2, this team looks clean.
And the crowd goes wild. OG, 2 chicken dinners in a row. They finish out the day strong yesterday, and they started the strongest today here in the final day of Group A. And now the whole lobby has been put on notice.
I mean, it's good at the moment. Aru looks like an arrow right now, and he's got purpose, flying fast towards that bullseye, fast towards that qualification spot. It's such a difference from last time we saw them as well. And, you know, if you're a fan of this team, you've got to be proud, because, again, the improvement has been insane.
Perfectly executed right there, right? I mean, hey, they got themselves a good, solid position. We had the questions, right? Were they going to play passively? Were they going to get aggressive? they
Magic
turned
7.
on that aggression at the perfect time. Perfect peaks, fight decisions,
8
and
elite
they were able
processor.
to get that
Ale
win.
processor.
And this is the way to do it, right? I mean, they were having a little bit of a rough day at the start yesterday, finished strong, boom, knock it out of the park today. They're set up for top 5.
They absolutely are. I mean, for this team, it's a really, really big boon for them. I mean, taking some of that pressure off is a really nice thing. Right at the start of the day, we always say it's about Rondo. Being able to get rid of a lot of the pressure so quickly in day 2 is so much relief for you as a squad. And for Orangutan, honestly, they can use this now just to kind of feel out other teams inside this lobby, get some more practice in without feeling all that worried. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely a lot of teams that are going to be worried here as we get into the rest of the matches, and we'll have those matches coming in just a bit.
We were there for every click, every clutch, every respawn. We were there for the years of grind, and we're here now. The proud founding partner of EWC, powering the biggest event in gaming, shoulder to shoulder with the world's best, making history. Greatness deserves a stage. Lenovo Legion, reach your impossible.
Hi, Kalaris here at PMWC for EWC 26, and I'm with Aru from Orangutan to talk about some of the games from day 1 of their group stage and see how they're feeling coming into day number 2. So, obviously, you guys got yourself a win on Miramar. You were one of the latest teams coming to Miramar, actually. So, is that part of the strategy for you guys when it comes to urban endings, as well as what were your concerns towards the late game of that game?
Not really a strategy, because we intend to play dynamic as per the situations, and particularly talking about that game, it took us quite a while to collect our vehicles, so it got us a little late. So that was the first factor, and the second factor was that team landing in Power Grid, I guess it's GSTR, so they were trying to maybe set up a trap around San Martin, so then we had to take a detour from our original planned path. So but yeah, we have prepared ourselves to play early and late as well, so it just worked out for us.
Perfect answer. Wow, okay, that's some great insight. Thank you. Let's go back to game 1, because it's a bit of a different shift. Obviously, it's the first game on the stage, etc. It's the Rondo game. You guys have got a good compound. You're playing a bit passively here and there. What were your concerns? I saw that Geeky was keeping close eyes on you in that Rondo game, and you eventually got second place.
Well, the first factor that led us to, playing a little passive or saying holding back was that we got an early casualty of my teammate Atanki, and the second one was our vehicles didn't have a lot of fuel, so it was hard to drive around and take info of our surrounding teams to actually see what's going on, if there are any third-party opportunities. And also, yeah, we had a good position, but the thing was that it was on the back we had high ground, and on the front we had a complete low ground. So if we have gone either of the ways, the other side teams would have definitely shot at us, so it would have been difficult to come back to our initial position. So I was also not so satisfied with that game, because having Rondo and only 2 elimination points is not how we play, and not everyone plays, because Rondo gives you a lot of opportunities to take fights, maybe take free eliminations of the teams, and especially when you are at a good position. So yeah, it was also a little dissatisfied for me, but yeah, it was a good start, so we didn't have to get into the second game with high pressure on us.
Fair. And overall, yesterday, how does the team look at it? Do they see it as a success here so far? And are there any adaptations coming in today too?
Not really success, but the last match really helped us to, start our day 2 with a good base. So it's not like we are very far behind from top 5. So coming to day 2, we are just going to plan going game by game. We are just not really focused on the position we are at on the points table. We are just going to focus on our games and the things that we can do better, and trying to not repeat the mistakes that we have done in the past.
Arup, thank you very much. Amazing interview, and good luck for day number 2.
Not only is Aru great at giving interviews, but he's great in the game being the IGL, as he was able to secure 5 eliminations. And when we talk about IGLs that have what it takes to not only go to the finals and maybe end up challenging to do it, he was able to showcase that perfectly here in this rondo.
I mean, this is why it's important to have international experience. He played PMGC last year, didn't go too good, but he knew what to expect heading into PMWC, and especially the final fight they took onto Team Flash. There was even Ulf behind them, and even the side of Furia pushing their way. There's so many aspects of the game, and they were just played beautifully. A few shots missed, okay, if you want to critique, is like a few of the shots maybe should have connected, but you love to see them not just get a win, it's a back-to-back from India. Let's go.
Yeah, the passiveness is gone, and obviously you heard it from him as well. They know they made those mistakes in those earlier games, but to be able to come back from that and understand that the passiveness is what was putting them behind. So it's good now that they have changed around to this aggression and making it their game.
Yes, we're going to end up comparing it with the team that we also needed to see them being able to perform well here, and it's none other than Furia. Furia able to show up as well, Neptura, with those 9 eliminations.
Yeah, really, really good stuff. I think we were both kind of talking about this, Max, right, where they were really hedging their bets throughout the end of this game, right, on either side of the river here. They were going on one side of the coast, then on the other, just making sure nobody was coming up behind them. And they sweep around. I think it was Ulf on that, or no, it was Ulala. Ulala.
Oh la la.
Oh la la. It was them on that eastern side, able to just sweep around. Some really, really good stuff coming in there, Liz.
Yeah, I mean, even if we move back to the earlier game, Furia versus Ula, they basically had the contention on the top of the roof, and either one of these teams could have actually taken them down, which was super funny that they then go into their rotation and they're next to each other again to have this battle out. But of course, Furia came out on top, and then this is exactly what we expect to see from Furia at the start of the matches. But if we go off of yesterday, it can be a slight downfall for them. So I hope that they can prioritize these eliminations early on like they have and move themselves into the position. And
not only that, we got to talk about the bottom teams as well, Lace, because the bottom teams ended up showing up here. Even though they might have not ended up showing towards the end of that game, they did use that rondo to go after those eliminations. Exports, Thundertalk Gaming, we finally saw them.
Yeah, I mean, if we have a look at Thunder Talk Gaming, I've sort of placed them, they just need a 5-point average that includes eliminations and placement points to push themselves out of that bottom into that bubble. And I mean, they had 3 eliminations early on in contention, and it was basically, I'm pretty sure it was AJ. He almost got a 1v4 on a team. And I mean, that would have set them obviously into a great motion because they actually had a free path rotating into the central zone.
As we see Orangutan take over that first place with 66 points. And the wonderful thing of this is that it puts OG in the perfect situation because OG now has... As we see Orangutan take over that first place with 66 points. And the wonderful thing of this is that it puts OG in the perfect situation because OG now has absolutely nothing to lose. And they're currently challenging, and they're currently in a place to go directly to the finals.
This is fantastic. I mean, obviously, to 2 and top of the leaderboard in just 2 matches, Max. So I really, really like what we're seeing here. It was proactive. They were thinking about not only the next move, but the next 3 moves as well. The timing was really good. They took advantage of third parties. That's what we wanted to see from them yesterday. Yeah. And they really, really did it. And this is exactly what we wanted to see, exactly the kind of result that they deserve now.
Talking about things you want to see, I'm going to say one thing we didn't want to see was 4 Thrives taking a massive L here on Rondo. I mean, really, clearly a very big mistake that's very easy to avoid. Is don't drop in Ulf's territory, right? Yeah. You send your recall player and you're surrounded by 4 Ulf players. I can tell you that is not a good place to be. So hopefully if they do have a bad playing path, they can try and find a better option. Even just go get a car and send it forward, loot, and get your teammates recalled maybe a minute or 2 later on down the line. Fourth Rise on Rondo need to fix that slight recall system.
As we're looking at those bottom 3 teams, Gaming, Stars, Thunder, Talk Gaming, and Exports Rejects, good thing that they were able to get those points late, as they were able to keep that gap even closer to be outside of the top, out of the bottom 3. But for some of the other squads, the thing is that now you have Alula as well performing. You have Furia being able to perform. They need to continue on with this consistency to try to make it out and hope that those teams that are above them end up getting eliminated early.
Yeah, I mean, if we have a look, Alula got themselves out of that bottom 3 position. Obviously, Thunder took the 3 eliminations, but weren't able to carry on the placements that they had from yesterday. But, you know, in the contention with Fury on the building, you saw Claw sort of taking up and entering that fragging position. And basically, we had, I think it was... Who was I looking at? Oh my God. And then we had the moment move around the back, and there was R8 be able to hold across the building. I mean, they have the ability to be able to get these eliminations, but they focused on that early rotation. They took the fight away from Fury. They're like, okay, we're going to cut our losses. We're going to get back into that position. And this is exactly how they clawed their way. I see what I did there? Clawed their way out of the bottom 3 there. And if they can just carry on this, hitting a 5-point average per game, they're safe.
Yeah, hopefully that's going to be the case, but we'll see, because right now, I mean, with that back-to-back from OG, India starting to step up, and they're looking to be in the finals, as we're going to be sending it over to none other than Jackie, the man with the coolest jacket, and Kalaris.
With the not so cool jacket here, I'm out impressed.
Yeah, you've been done, mate.
I've been done. And I do actually preface this a bit with the fact that when I was talking to Aru, that was before the day actually started. So I didn't get actually a chance to talk to him about the win for today, because it hadn't happened yet. But it really has shown with that victory that they got here on Rondo, a 2nd place in the day 1, a 1st place now here, and also a 1st place in Miramar, that Orangutan is looking really dynamic on all these maps and really able to adapt to the changes that Rondo potentially brings.
Yeah, they're coming out giving it absolute chutzpah on the gameplay, which is what you need, mate. You know, we're about 6 or 7 games into the event now, James, so you got to really give it your best, much unlike that little bit I worked in.
Thanks for that. I really appreciate that. Oh, I'll be honest, I really wasn't expecting that.
No.
But on the opposite side of things as well, right, when we look at how all these teams are kind of using utility at the moment, it's going from strength to strength to strength. We've seen some real pinpoint precision, multi-nade plays. KRX was fantastic yesterday over on Erangel, just timing those kinds of plays out perfectly.
Yeah, I think that's actually something we were both agreeing on, right? Day 1, we were talking about historically how sometimes there's been a lot to be desired with professional level PUBG Mobile on hitting those keynotes with utility usage to really make the most out of it, because it's pivotal late game, and it can be the difference of a chicken dinner or not. This event, in terms of engagements and closing fights with at least defensive utility, I think that's been drastically better. We're still seeing some gaps maybe in tactical play. We're talking flashes, right? Some of the smoke plays left a little bit of room to expand, James. But for opening and closing down elims, it's been way better at clearing compounds.
I think the one thing that has really stood out on Rondo more than anywhere, actually, is the deployable cover flares, actually.
Yeah.
Some teams have been using a lot early that I think they could benefit from just saving a little bit towards the later stages of the game, because deployable cover flares is one of the most powerful things that was ever added to the game, and if you can keep those into the really late game, that's even more powerful.
Oh, yeah. I mean, effectively at this level as well, right? It's not even as much necessarily you being as cutthroat to get those elims. It's just not leaving yourself exposed to be taken down.
True.
So if you can actually play around that, build yourself into a better position to cover late game, saves you bacon. We were pulling some of our hairs out. It's why we looked like this when we were sat there with the early drops, mate.
Oh, I'm getting old. I'm not sure.
You're never really sure. Just to work it in as well, whilst we're talking about the adaptation of play styles,
yes.
Go obviously on Rondo. They look far more... It's all right to talk about Go. Can I do it again, James?
I was like, yeah, I was waiting for it. I was waiting for it when it was going to go on. Okay, you're allowed to talk about
I'm allowed to talk about goat. Well, I guess I'll gloat on that one, James. Call that a baby goat. That's calf wordplay. But anyway, Goat team do come out far faster on Rondo. They play with aggression and they look sick with it. That's exciting because in their regular flow of battlegrounds, they're late rotators. They don't want to take those early fights if they can avoid it, because they ramp up late game and look way better when they're fully suited and booted, James. Here, they do prove they can play both play styles.
Do you think they can hold on to a top 5?
I'd hope so. I think they're a dark horse for the event, but said this day.
The whole event?
Yeah, dark horse, mate.
Oh. Hey, that's an exciting potential here, because they're not really one of the teams that a lot of people are kind of including in that top 5.
No.
You got other teams like Flash that managed to get themselves to the end of this late game again. And actually, I was curious about Flash because I looked back at their games yesterday. I think if Flash was to do what they did yesterday compared to all the other days coming up, I think they wouldn't even make finals with what they showed yesterday. But at least now they've already kind of righted that ship a little bit in this Rondo game to get to that second place, right?
Yeah, I think, look, there still is well enough time. Well, I say that, what, 5 games left to go for some of these teams, so yeah, there's a little bit of time. Nearly did it yourself there, James. I've rotted his brain immediately. But yeah, I think you can correct the ship, but obviously coming in early into game 1, having that bit of an awakening. I think for a lot of these sides, you imagine getting back to the hotel last night, you're unpacking the bag, not looking at really things you can celebrate, more issues you can fix, and just unpack that bag, mate, get it sorted.
Yeah, I mean, the win that they got yesterday, Flash, on the Erangel game where where you had Furia with a 2-2 split. I spoke to Nigma Galaxy as well. They were misreading the situation a little bit. But Flash had so much room on that east side to then be able to move into that field and hold that down. That's what was the key to victory for them, to get those points on the board. I had my concerns. I'm glad that they dispelled them here today because, again, they're a big name to try and kind of go further in this tournament. But anyway, thank you very much, Jackie. It is now time to head on over to the commentators once again here for another game here at PMWC.
That's Jackie, the Jacket. I'm here with Hot Jukes. We're good to go and boring blank. But yeah, we're getting into our 7th game, 8th game. He's really ruined me that 6-7. Yeah, that's annoyed me. Yeah. We're into our 8th game now. There isn't a lot of games left, as Jackie was saying. It is coming to a close quite quickly now. And I think that for some of our squads, they do need to get a move on. I mean, Thunder Talk, I had a lot more hope for this squad, but it does seem that potentially crushed is where it's at.
Yeah, you don't want to get those keys crushed. You want to survive, and the way to get it done is on good old-fashioned air gale. Here we go. Southern playing path here. Super Southern. Yeah. Good circle for a team like Aurora. You know exactly where they're headed. But for the rest of these squads, they're going to have to get it done. Ain't that right? Blank the tank.
Blank the tank. I'll take that. I'll take that. Robust. Yeah. Explode on the scene. But yeah, I do have a very southern playing path here. It's incredibly rough to play around with. Aurora happy with this one. They can get down towards that south side fairly easy. Fourth Rise also a fairly decent start for them over towards Ferry Pier as well as the yellow. So you wonder if they're going to run into any trouble in this area. I think Sosnovica is going to be a little bit more fixated on. But you're right to point out what you were pointing out there, which was the elimination count coming through from Aru.
Yeah, he sneaks into that top 3. He's right there. He could easily push himself to first if he goes and gets some good eliminations in this game. Looking at the match rankings right now, they are pretty stacked. Because I'll tell you what, OG is on top when it comes to the overall. 66 total points. 4 Thrives right below. Man, Pakistan on top.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, 4 Thrives are in second right now. It's a tough place to be in. Yeah, 4 Thrives, 61 points. OG just blowing them out of the water right now. But you can definitely tell the difference between 4 Thrives as well as OG in terms of the elimination points. 37 eliminations to 46. And if we rock that back to Aru, 15 of those 37 elims are coming through from him. He is absolutely a monster right now, and I really do mean it. It's Aru, the arrow, flying straight towards those targets and flying his team straight too, because that is a difficult thing to do as an IGL, to be both at the front.
Run, Aru, run! Oh my gosh! The bows with the knife.
Oh, brother.
No way!
Yo. OG might be cooked this game.
Oh, they're pissed.
Oh, never mind.
They're not happy.
Upset. They're upset. Flash trying to take him down the last match. In the final 1v1 on the squad, Tatanki rocks up to the tree line. Both behind. You're right, the knife is out. The serrated blade is not enough. But the rest of the squad is here to play.
That is what I call revenge, folks. Are you kidding me? Aru getting thirsted, but it looks like Orangutan get the last laugh here.
Shows they don't need Aru, but it would be nice to have him, but they won't have him this game. Down to 3, AKOP able to get some stuff done there. Secures his 3rd elimination of the match as well, and Flash rock away with win, but in this case, they seriously took the L.
Are they putting him down? Is Win actually going for it here? No way. That would be insane. He's got him in his sightlines. We got a runner here, folks. And it's OG Win making the moves, full sending it, but at a certain point, surely these guys got to get away.
They absolutely do. And I mean, for OG, they're happy to go wherever they like, but for the Flash, they're going to have to head over to the hidden village with Naruto, with our new Ninetales Fury orc skin, which looks awesome, by the way.
Sick.
2 separate versions of the same thing, which is crazy.
He's hunting him down, dude. He's looking.
I know. This is some serious frustration coming through from the Flash. They don't want to lose out like this. He's got to keep the reputation high, apparently.
Wow. Win gonna go get some loot here, and the rest of OG get to safety. So what a crazy way to start things off. Aru running for his life, dude, straight-legged it.
My brother was in trouble.
Oh, man.
I ain't gonna lie, though. He was feeling the tickle of the blade on his back. He was just ahead of them. I mean, he had to pull out the old flick of the wrist with a knife to get that thrown at point blank. The only way to get it done. I mean, he was impervious to blades quite some time. Only the point did it.
Dude, that tickle was so close. He's like, I can't even run serpentine at all. I can't move.
I gotta go forward.
Just straight away.
The boys were coming to support him real quick, though.
Yeah, they did.
That I respect from the rest of OG.
And they came in heavy.
But they know how important he is.
Yeah,
they know
dude.
just how important he is. So to keep him up is a really big thing.
Yeah, you were just talking about it, right? Like,
yeah.
I mean, it's so ridiculous to see your top fragger also be your IGL.
Yeah.
And you said it yourself, and I agree. It's so difficult, right? You have so much to manage, so much to focus on.
Yeah.
But when you do have those rare, just superstars that can...
Yeah, Beowulf back in the day, that guy was unreal, but they just don't come around all that often.
You don't see it. When you do, though, I mean, talk about the trust you gain from your squad, right?
Yeah. He said go here. He's also carrying us.
Yeah, he's also carrying. I think we gotta listen. You know what I'm saying? So it definitely
I'm
does
a sit
help
for this.
Yeah, for sure. Like, yes, sir. Oh, we got you. Right? We're coming. And hey, they saw their leader, right, running away from a knife, and they came heavy. But unfortunately, it just happened to be just a second too late.
Coops sends some shots over towards Furia. Honestly, I don't think Furia's last game was terrible at all. I think they got fair far into it. And that was despite having a really, really hard start for them. I mean, their recall beacon was just so out of the way from the destination. And even then, they were trying to figure out it. I do think them getting in quite late was almost a blessing because they could decide on which side they wanted to head towards. But by that time, you have little to no information of what's happening around the map.
Yeah.
4T taking shots over towards KRX as they do pass on by. This is towards those yellows on the southern edge. They're just moving through the forest, the south side of Pachinki, but Enigma Galaxy once again already flying out to a new location.
Yeah, a little rotation shenanigans early on. I want to talk about that point you were talking about earlier, though, right? Furia, 14 points in the last match. And they were one of those teams that was really critical because they're one of those squads we honestly we're kind of expecting to see the top 5. Let's look at this replay, though, as Aru is running for his life. Saying, please stop, guys, leave me alone. And those shots strayed the rest of the team off. But, oh, my gosh, Bose with the knife throw just said, nah, we're shutting him down.
You see, they can just see the death crate appearing. Man, they even had the vehicle in his face, right? Tires scratching the cheeks.
Oh, man. And Bose gets that knock. And I believe Bose picked up that scar from Aru.
Really?
Yeah, because, I mean, he didn't have it. Otherwise, he would have definitely shot him. But I think Aru had the weapon, but he was just like, no, I can't even turn around right here. They're just too close.
It's a tough one. It's a tough one. But, I mean, OG gets away with it. They get some more points on both. 3 points in total, actually. Drops to 69, which is nice. But only 3 players.
Yeah,
I think it's still doable.
Definitely.
And for OG, they get a really easy start towards Yasnaya, which is very central right now. DK, though, up against Alula.
Got him. Quick. with the quick knock there, and he needs it. I mean, 4 points. Ula are definitely moving up because prior to this one, they had 21. So with 33 now, that does give them a good boost. The problem going into today was there was a good little point gap between that, 6th to the 7th at the bottom placement points. GK, Furia, they had a 12-point gap there, and it kind of just goes down from there. So for Furia to get a good game in, they now balance themselves out. They still need a good couple games if they want to push into top 5. And Ula, starting off really strong here, now put themselves in a good spot to at least hit the survival stage. Next zone does pop, though, and it is going to be in that mansion, shelter, Yasnaya area. Teams like Aurora, coming in all the way from military base, are going to push on up. We're going to look at this heaven area, though, and it looks like it is going to be X-Force Rejects. They're going to hold that down.
X-Force Rejects doing their best here. All gamers also moving out the way. Well, these boys need the points more than ever. Circle does shift over towards our eastern side, so we do have like some of these awkward compounds, some ditches over towards the eastern edge as well around the forest. Very playable for the likes of Goat as well as Nigma Galaxy, who has set up, but you also have these winding roads. For Nigma Galaxy, once again, they're on that 2-2 split. They're on their wildness early on. But yeah, I think one team that I would love to see more out of right now is definitely Ulf.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people know that I'm a big fan of this team, but right now I think I have a small amount of disappointment. I think there certainly can be some better plays coming through. They have shown individually some clutch moments, but again, it's not what you expect of a team that gave Fourth Rider such a run for the money over in PMGO overall. So we can see a bit more of that, but maybe there's just some new teams on the block. I mean, for instance, OG just looks like a different team to me, honestly.
Yeah, you got Ulf. I mean, they're still not in the worst spot when it comes to the leaderboards. I mean, we definitely expect them to always be in that top 5 position, so anything less is kind of like, hey, what's taking them so long, right? But I mean, one good game, we'll see them in that spot. This could be it. I mean, they are in Yasnaya Fields right now. The zone definitely, for some reason, loves to favor that kind of area. So a hard shift goes in that direction. We could see them definitely pop off. But, you are right. There are so many teams right now. Like, in this time, we've never seen the lobby just so well balanced. Right? In years past, we've seen a few dominant squads, other squads that are just kind of struggling. But now, at this point, anybody can take it. I mean, Thunder Talk's at the bottom. What's happening?
I mean, the Thunder Talk, they just haven't played well, have they? I think we've boiled it down to that point. There's been some missteps all over the place. I think there's been some bad rotations coming through. And then when it's come to the gunfights, they are being outclassed in some of them. I think Thunder Talk has a lot more in them to give. It shouldn't ever come down to AJ looking to win a 1v4. But again, it just shows that there is that potential there for Thunder Talk. But you're right, it is a fairly balanced lobby, but balanced towards being, this is a high-ranked game. Right? Yeah. It's a high-ranked game. No one's pulling any punches right now. You best get out the way. For Gaming Stars, they're playing on this 2-2 split right now. They were wondering if it's going to head over towards those fielded areas. Does not. So they're going to regroup off the back of this one. I would say right now regrouping is probably the best thing to be doing. But Yasnaya getting cut out here is a little tough.
Yeah,
wondering what OG's next move is going to be.
That's going to be the question, right? What is OG going to do? What's Ulf going to do? It looks like Ulf, they were in the Yasnaya field. They don't get blessed. They're going to go ahead and do a huge wraparound here to reposition. Well, let's look at Go. Yeah, Thunder Talk just getting picked apart once again. Awake running for his life here. Does get a little fortunate with that player from GOAT getting knocked. Maybe that's from Nigma Galaxy. Moxie up close and personal with Jean, catches him slipping, and that is Thunder Talk out. Another rough game for them.
Yeah, I mean, GOAT's just too good of a team. That's all there is to it. They got the Jackie blessing.
That was it, honestly. Once that happened, it's over.
He's wrapped them in the golden jacket, and they're ready to go. I think for Go, it's been all right. Again, I think for Go, the main thing that worries me about the squad is the inconsistency. But hey, if you can have 16 Elim games with a chicken dinner, Bosh, you're good to go.
Yep. And it was kind of crazy because we saw in PMMI, GOAT, they took the slot for Thrives and weren't able to really honor it in the way that they wanted to. But they come here into the World Cup, and at least at this group stage, they're looking good, right? Second place so far after these eliminations they have. Hey, just a little bit more work, and they can end up on top.
A little bit more work, yeah. I think we really do need to have to wait to finals, though, to see that come through. Because...
On top of group stage, yeah.
On top of group stage, right?
They got a long way to go.
A long way to go.
They want that. They want that watch, that belt.
Hey, I mean, at this rate, though, they would go straight to finals in the current position they're in. They wouldn't play the group stage out. Get that direct qualification, which would be nice. If they can keep things up, that is. We do have a few more games left today. A few more Erangels.
That's right.
Into our Miramars to close things out with the wonderful John and Jackie.
Yeah, dude, crazy prize pool, by the way, man. It's so wild. You have, you know, $1.1 million in the group stage alone, 152 grand onto the survival stage, and then we get to the finals, $1.7 million. This is what I'm talking about here, folks.
We're definitely going to be handing out some big prizes at some point. We're going to be going away with some cars.
Yeah.
Say it that way. Yeah.
Let's get it going.
Which would be cool. Again, I think that money should be reinvested in the team.
Yep. Well,
but also,
if to say you were the team, right? What's the first thing you're reinvesting into?
As a team?
Yeah.
God, get those boys a better scrimming area.
Yeah, that'll work.
Give me the refrigerated drinks. All right, I want vending machines for free, as well as, you know, all the rest, the cool things. You know, the white balls, the blind balls, everything you might need. Tablets, etc.
Coaching staff, personal masseuses.
Your favorite phone.
Yeah. Yep. You gotta have it all, I mean, to really make it happen here. And that's the thing. Is like, I've had the pleasure of looking at some of these top squads set up, and you know, teams like Alpha 7 who live together and have for years.
They did reinvest in a really good way, actually, from all the wins they went through. Go on, sorry.
No, I mean, a lot of these guys, I mean, for those that don't know, I mean, these mobile gamers are treated like athletes. I mean, some of them have personal nutritionists, they have exercise programs, they play for 6 to 8 hours a day with a coach staring at 4 monitors, just analyzing, figuring out how these guys can get better. And, I mean, you got millions of dollars in prize pool on the line, right? You got to give your players as much advantage as you possibly can. And one thing I do love, especially I've noticed about this tournament, is adaptation. Prior in so many different squads, we'll see like, okay, a bad performance, no change, just the same old kind of play style. But now we're starting to see some teams like, all right, hey, let's make some adjustments, like Team Flash. Let's hunt down some squads in Rondo. Let's see if we can take them out. 4 Thrives ended up going out in the last one here. But they're still in a good position, you know, but Erangel is always going to be that map to where that's where championships are made.
Yeah, absolutely. I think for adaptation-wise, teams have had to get a lot better as times go on because we are having more 2-day sets. Used to be in the past you could get away with first day,
that's a great point,
second day, and then adapt into third day. But now it's a case of you got to do your research. It's why we see teams coming back so late to the hotel. Right, they go through all the VODs together here in the arena. But we're getting back in towards the action. Things are starting to pop off in a big way as Ulf does open up. ROQ is looking quite good here. They have been putting the work over towards Aurora. Now taking some gorgeous shots over towards Old Gamers.
Gonna look at KRX. They're getting some more eliminations. Yeah, as AGAL getting punished here. It's just Maple up left for the squad. Benny gonna try to throw that through the window and not hit the mark, but the rest of the... Oh, that one actually did. Maple's hurt. He's gonna back it up as his whole team is now gone. Gonna have to do a crazy 1v4 here. QXZZ's got that S12K though. And yeah, he's waiting for his team. He's like, you know what, why don't we push up as all 4? Guarantee this elimination. Sounds like a good idea.
There he goes out the window, goes way too far. In fact, Maple's just going to drop down, get towards the other building. This is a cheeky play. You have expected to get blasted on the approach. Smaller building, one way up the stairs here. a better chance for a 1v4. I mean, you love to set it up, but is it really going to happen? Galaxy heading over towards RQ. These guys have been making a lot of noise so far, and Galaxy, they're looking to turn that music down.
Yeah, Galaxy putting that work, and we saw them come in super late last night. And I was saying like, hey, what were y'all guys doing? Y'all guys studying? Y'all guys were talking it out, and they said ping pong. You know what I'm saying? And you know, sometimes you got to build up those team building exercises, get that synergy going.
Right. You telling me they did? That's what they were doing. Ping pong the whole night.
That's what they said. And it looks like it's working out right now because they are in a good position in the zone.
Did you just expose their secret sauce?
Maybe I just did.
Okay. Now everyone's gonna be on the ping pong. Now Galaxy can't get on the ping pong tables. Look what you've done.
You're right. What have I done?
You got to take that back.
You know what? It was
Put that back in the
it
back
was
of the
VOD
box.
review.
It was VOD review. That's right.
That's what we were doing outside.
Exactly.
Yep, as well.
Yeah.
So that's what it's all about here. You got to pull out all the secret sauce, all the stops here.
Yeah.
Oh, Goto, look at that. Force on the roof, getting these little bank-nades in, causing a problem for Gaming Stars. Yusuf gonna have to do something. He's only got the pump shotgun. Oh, he didn't turn to check his back and gets turned on as GOAT team are just making it happen here. Once they got that Jackie blessing, these guys just can't stop.
Well, I mean, man, imagine just giving them so little respect that you don't even check the corner there and still winning the fight. That, yeah, if you're Gaming Stars, we need some more ping pong.
We need it. We need it. We need to do something here, right? Got to make sure you're locked in going towards the end. That hand-eye coordination, those thumbs are just rock solid here.
Kind of like mine.
Yeah.
Well, medium rare.
Medium rare?
Yeah.
I'm more of a medium guy myself.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Something I could play with hands like the Rock.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The thing. And they to the top though, towards 4 Thrives. Galaxy taking the fight over towards Go in the meantime. 4 Thrives have been under pressure from a bombardment before, and they immediately start scattering. Do not want to fall prey to the same situation they did versus Galaxy over on our angle yesterday.
Huzaifa. Oh, catch getting ran over by our IQ there. And 4 Thrives were just circling them like sharks, and they are putting in the punishment on Ulf. Man, Ulf just can't seem to get something going here as 4 Thrives now with 5 eliminations are looking good in Erangel.
I mean, right now for Ulf, I don't think they're going to drop to the bottom 3. Getting up towards that top 5 is going to take some special towards the end of the day, though. But they haven't played bad, right? They are a dead center team. Huzaifa finds a shot over towards a tanky, as OG did make their exit from Yasnaya earlier on, moving down towards that southeast side currently. X-Force rejects in front of them, playing in heaven.
Yeah, the problem with this is that we still have the top 4 teams in this circle here. And if they all do well in this game, that's going to start creating a little bit of a point gap. And if that happens, especially in the next game, oh, it's going to get wild.
Yeah, I kind of feel what's going to happen here between 4 Thrives as well as Heaven. This is the type of team that would just send it. They're going to send just underneath, though, and actually try and deal with OG. WizGod opens up, though, and this is good damage. Huzaifa also falling. Aru's not there, but doesn't matter.
Tanky put in that work, getting out Huzaifa. Yeah, now it's just IQ up left, so OG with the stiff arm there. Getting it done. Trying to hold on to that top spot. Now they got some good solid points. If you look at them right now, they're at 71. That is a good almost 20 points away from 6th place. If they end up strong here, that could be a straight lock for the top 5.
Yo, you know what happened? I reckon Aru went to this game. He was like, guys, you can't perform without me. Then we got some serious problems. I'm going to go drop over here. You guys drop over there. I'm going to get knifed up. It's going to be okay. You guys got to play on a 3, and we'll see if you can make it work. Remember everything I taught you. And it looks like they're doing it proud right now as 3 players. They hold off 4 Thrives. Leave IQ as just 1. Maple still going, miraculously, by the way. Can't believe he even made it to 8th there.
He's going to go ahead and take at least 1 point home with them. He'll take that as Aurora and Mansion are completely hard stuck. You got Enigma Galaxy staring at him. Yeah, look at that Satan from downtown. He's got some good coverage here. And this is outside of the circle, so I'm not surprised we're going to see Enigma Galaxy just kind of wait it out, look to maybe get these last 3 eliminations, and then push into the zone from there. You got Coops up close and personal. Keeping an eye on things, but you got to be careful. You cannot afford to get knocked. Igor, though, actually from Furia is staring at this as well. Man, Aurora, this is worst case scenario for you. 2 monster squads looking at you. You're outside of the circle here. Man, they're just going to try to do what they can.
Nade underneath. Come through from Coops right now. Doc seeing it enter. Another one could do the trick.
Oh, yeah.
And Coops is feeling it right now. He's been a fantastic player for the squad. Steps up now, 1v1 versus Reapers. They're down. It is Sheep to find the final shot from far, far away. It's been a rarity, though, seeing a Heaven Circle in a long, long time. Usually it's a little bit of a feature, but never the ending position. See exactly where stage 7 heads over towards as they drop down towards that southwest side.
Let's get it going here. Enigma Galaxy putting in that work. They have the edge of the circle here. We'll see where exactly it's going to go ahead and shift onto. They got coverage right now. Protect those vehicles. That's so important because if the zone hard shifts away from them, they're definitely going to need them. So keep those protected. Wait for that next zone. You got 477 still up from GOAT, trying to soak up some more placement points. Next zone does pop, though. Where are we headed?
Enigma Galaxy will absolutely have to move, and we are over towards Heaven. Gives OG another chance here as well on that western side. They're looking for the turkey here, dude.
The OG fans were happy about that one. I heard some claps happen the second that zone shifted. Let's see how this all works. Yeah, they are looking for that turkey. 3 in a row here. Here comes Enigma Galaxy, though, on the drive. 477 stuck out, and they actually pass them up completely. They're driving straight towards OG.
OG's going to have to hold them off. Around the other edge of things. It is a 4v3 here. Tanky the first to fall. But WizGod actually is able to get a bit of a clap back over towards that way, and Raev is left behind. So only 2 players for Enigma Galaxy, possibly allowing chance for OG to reset.
IQ, last player up for 4 thrives as well. OG are hurt, though. That nade looks good. WizGod, ooh, barely getting out of the way of that one. Coop's going to throw another, though. Coop is hungry. He finds a nice headshot there. That one stung. He knows exactly where they are. This nade is an eviction notice saying hello and goodbye. Gets the knock on a Tanky.
They're on their last legs right now. I think there was a bare moment where everyone was on practically 10 HP. WizGod will finish off IQ up in the distance. That felt personal.
Coops throwing a quick Molotov down low. He needs to start doing some of that low toss action we saw earlier. But he's got another nade locked and loaded. Let's see if he can throw this heat-seeking missile down south. Oh, he's got to watch his back, though, and he gets him! Coops is doing some damage right here, all by himself.
The nade goes a little bit too far. WizGod takes another nasty hit. Smoke's going forward here, trying to keep AKOP alive, but a 4th place is still fantastic for OG. Setting goes down, and will give time for potentially WizGod to move up and pick up AKOP in the midst of all the smoke here. Makes the dash now.
Devil gets a knock onto Satan. What is going on right here? We got Coops going to hopefully try to get that res.
Demon on demon action. This is crazy.
Meanwhile, Furia is going ahead and putting some work in silence. He's got that G3. That's the gun to have here, Furia. Man, looking to finally get a chicken dinner as Silence gets another knock there and finish, actually. Coops down to his last single HP. Does, nice little vehicle switch there. Hops in the vehicle, hits the passenger seat, ejects, gets himself to safety for a little bit longer. But, looks like that nade is going to do it.
I'll take a 4th place, though. OG secures at least a 3rd.
Last bro.
AKOP is kind of tearing X-Force rejects apart, but finally it's shut down, and this is a free game for Furia. That's what you get, Devil. Take down Satan, friendly fire. Game's going to end just like that. And Furia will pick themselves up a win. And it feels good for them. Coming off the back of that Rondo into this Erangel. A real turnaround today.
That is how you get it done right there. Furia, you know, that was just a sigh of relief because yesterday they were just hunting circles all day long, couldn't catch a break, and here they get the chicken dinner. But speaking of breaks, X-Force rejects, right? They stopped into heaven, they held that position.
Yeah.
Zone ended up getting locked onto them. And for a team that was pretty much last place, right, that gives them an opportunity, right? That could be that door open for them to at least get to survival stage.
Yeah. But Neighboring Galaxy, though, again, it's a decent move. I mean, Raev gets caught on the back lines there, but it's understandable. That's a hard bit of terrain to push through.
Yeah.
Hoops does a wonderful job, though. The team's going to be massively proud of him with the way he handled that ridgeline versus OG. Goodness me, I mean, if it wasn't for Furia, potentially takes down the whole team. But yeah, for Furia, they were very quick to the mark. I think that's the main thing from Furia. They analyzed and saw where the opportunities were there, pushed over the top, and as soon as X-Force Rejects pushes out that building, goodness me, did you see how quickly Furia marched to the other side? That was wild.
Yeah, they knew that, hey, this is our chance to win it, and they took it. Furia is one of those squads that are so high IQ when it comes to those kind of opportunities. They're not going to miss it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And you're totally right. I mean, once we saw that zone shift, Enigma Galaxy knew they lost this game, right? They're like, hey, you know what? We just got to try to do whatever we can. Those kind of rotations, you're going to have a sacrifice, right? Just to be able to even get there. But they did utilize that opportunity to its maximum, that's for sure. That's what it's all about. But Furia, they knew they had that one in the bag, and they took it.
Again, it's nice to see some more aggression coming out of Enigma Galaxy. It's nice to see OG on the front lines taking some good fights, and without Aru as well towards that end there. For X-Force Rejects, I need a little bit more to be convinced because you are playing from heaven. It's a god compound at the end of the day.
It was luck, right? It was luck. But you know what? Sometimes luck is all it takes.
It's just what you need.
It's just what you need, you know, and they just happened to get it. And it's good for them that it happened now in the second game of the last day, right? So we've seen it in the past where teams that are coming in a little bit nervous, don't have that as much experience as some of these other guys, they get a lucky game, and sometimes that just gives them the confidence they need to actually do something, right?
Yeah.
But, you know...
no, it's true, because you suddenly start to play a little bit more different.
Yeah, you're like, oh...
especially nervous teams as well coming into this, you know. It's a big stage. We have fans from around the world here as well. Sometimes it could be hard either disappointing your fans or trying to uplift them in the process. So you get yourself a lucky win, boom, you're good to go.
Yes, indeed. And, man, it's so good to see these teams, right, be able to pull out all the stops here towards the end. These leaderboards have been bouncing all over the place here. But you know what? We got Calaris with Flash. Let's go ahead and hear what these guys have to say.
That's me. Thank you very much, Hot Jukes. Yes, I am with Top Z from Flash after these two games, because I really wanted to talk to them about very unusual circumstances that have been happening. But first, let's start with day number one and the results there. It was kind of mixed results here and there, but then you got a first place on the Erangel yesterday. So talk to me about the team's approach to yesterday. Are you happy with those results from yesterday? What did you think overall?
Ngày hôm qua thì mình đã làm khá là tốt và đang đứng ở một cái vị trí thứ nhất ở cái map là Erangel á, thì mình cảm thấy là cái màn trình diễn của mình ngày hôm qua nó như thế nào, mình có hài lòng với kết quả ngày hôm qua không?
Đối với em thì ngày hôm qua bọn em thật sự là chưa làm tốt.
In my opinion, yesterday, to be honest, we haven't done a very good job on the maps, I would say.
Okay. That's fair, that's fair. And coming into day two, you got a second place on the Rondo after holding on the east side, and then that was against Orangutan. And then game two happens today, and then Orangutan hits you guys on Erangel as well. So what's your thoughts about that, and do you want maybe some revenge on Orangutan after all that?
Với ngày hôm nay á, thì mình đã đứng ở top 2 ở cái trận đấu đầu tiên á, và sau đó thì mình lại bị đối thủ là Orangutan á, đã ném bom trúng cho mình á, và hạ gục mình. Thì ở trận thứ hai thì mình cảm thấy như thế nào, liệu rằng mình có muốn trả thù đối thủ của mình hay không?
Sau trận 2 thì bọn em cũng rút được kinh nghiệm nhiều hơn, vì trận đó cũng khá là không có may mắn, nên là mấy trận sau bọn em sẽ cố gắng đạt được thành tích cao nhất.
On the second maps, I would say we were pretty luckier than the first maps, and we also like have our own experiences based on the first map. So we did a good job on the second one, and I think like based on that result, we will keep continue, you know, like pushing harder for the next round.
Okay, thank you very much, Top Z here. Good luck with the next games. And that does it for us here, down on the stage.
Chasing the sunrise, boots hit the ground, hear the battle call. Loot up, lock in, we're ready for it all. Every street, every door, searching for a little more. One squad, one dream, nothing's ever what it seems. The circle's closing in, can you feel it on your skin? Heartbeat like the drum, the final fight has come. Fight till you make it, never gonna break it. Stand your ground and take it, right into the fire. Fight till you make it, every move can change it. Higher and higher, we're reaching for the winner, winner, chicken dinner. Fight till you make it, fight till you make it.
Jackie Powers here, live from PMWC at EWC 26. I'm meant to be working with John Allen today, but I don't actually know where he is. He had a bit too much coffee before the show. Let's see if we can find him and tire him out. Well, John's got quite a lot of energy, I think, still. Well, it seems like John has finally tired himself out after a very busy day of activities. But here at EWC 26, PMWC is just kicking off for another day of games. Don't miss it, as it's going to be explosive. There's only one rule, just don't wake John.
John looks so sweet just taking a nap right now. One team that was not allowed to take any naps today was Furia because of the way that they were able to perform in day one. But in day two, Max, they are bringing it.
Oh, they were sleeping day one, but now they're wide awake and they're back in the fray. It's so good to see them play around heaven, maybe making sure they clear their backside and then just pushing into heaven, playing the high ground spot. And we'll have a clip later on of how they wrapped up that game properly. But Furia, it's so good to see Brazil is showing some presence here in this group. And 16 points, oh, that's going to put them way higher up on the rankings.
And we're looking at the second place Orangutan with the points. Honestly, the consistency that we're seeing out of this squad is exactly what we want to see. And if they're going to continue on like this, pretty soon we're going to be saying that that squad is going to be going straight to the finals because they're creating a bit of a lead there all the way down to the team that's in 6th place.
Yeah, it's looking very, very good for Orangutan to come in today with a win and then a second place. As far as the match rankings go, right? The second place in terms of points, just 14 points is a big amount to be coming in to the first Erangel for. I mean, we got 2 more Erangels for them to come on through here, but yeah, Furia able to really just wrap things up. I do want to say big ups to X-Force Rejects as well. They had Heaven and they kept it.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh dear. Yes, the replay coming on through of the oddest fight I think we've had so far. This is just... Get him!
No!
And then the rest of the team going, how dare you? No, we're coming in hot here. Just going to avoid some trees, go around a little bit.
But
just pile in.
It's a very dangerous game of tag with knives. Who does that?
This shows the camaraderie, you know. You're like, oh, you took out our leader. How dare you? And this is the energy that I love seeing from OG. I do want to sort of touch on, if we go back to, sorry, oh my God, I'm having a brain. X-Force. Look. They were from the bottom. Now they're here. This was something, okay, this is something that they needed to do, I guess, a little bit earlier on in the stage. But look, you were saying they had heaven. That was good. They were able to have line of sight. Even when the contention started with for Thrives against OG, they were able to grab a couple of eliminations from that position. But the mistake that led, obviously having that, they were pushing out of the building, which Furia, obviously with their 1000 IQ, were able to capitalize on that. But look, they had 16 points heading into today. So having that game pushes them out of that bottom three, which is exactly what they need to do. But is it something that they can sort of carry on into these next matches? I do feel that they rotated incredibly early. They didn't really have the utility to sort of back up these fights that were happening down on the hill, which any sort of grenade, I think they would have taken that home. So it was a little bit difficult, too early of a rotate for them. A little bit of luck mixed in between it, but let's hopefully we can see more of these adjustments going forward.
Yeah, absolutely. I do want to jump in here though as well, as I think this is exactly the game that they were needing to now push them forward into the next couple of games. You know, if you've had kind of a rough day, you do just want to get into the top 5, have a survival game, be assured that you actually can get in there, and then you can come into the next game going, okay, we've made a top 3, we've got some decent points, there's a little bit of pressure off of our shoulders, we've reminded ourselves that we're able to actually compete at this level, and we can go on forward now. So I'm hoping for big things coming in from them.
Yeah, and for X-Force, honestly, I don't agree with what people were saying in regards that they got lucky. They were able to defend it off against a lot of people. But moving on to some of the other squads, I actually know we got a clip about Furia that you've been wanting to see, Max. Oh, you know what? Before you even show it, let's how about show some stats. They were passive, but the thing is, it ended up working out in their favor because they were playing that to win it.
I just wanted to see a win from Furia, genuinely. That's all I wanted to see.
They gave it to you.
After yesterday, we didn't get it, but here we go, looking at the final clip. You might be thinking, oh, they're just going to go from Chiefs compound straight into the side of X-Force Reject, but no, they put themselves between the outskirt of the circle and the middle portion of the circle, meaning X-Force Reject, even the side of NGX, Orangutan are all going to be forced naturally into their position. So all you have to do, set up a very solid defense. And you do that, by the way, with an MG3, which is the best weapon to have for Mr. Silence himself. My MVP prediction of the tournament. I loved it. They now see the number of players is down to just 2. Just nail it down, take home that win. That was literally a perfect finish in terms of execution from good old Furia.
Yeah, and see, that was I just want to touch in that. That was a great sort of overview of what I was sort of explaining. Like, they didn't need to leave that position. Furia obviously capitalized on that, which is excellent from them. But yeah, I mean, X-Force Reject should have just waited.
Yes, we're looking at the overall here. Orangutan now with 80 points, and that's just what I've been talking about. Like, right now with this squad, they have a 25-point lead over 6th place.
#1 is best team in the world right now, finally, after so many times. OG deserved it. They deserved it.
Obviously capitalized on that, which is excellent from them. But
नजर ना लगे. कल पड़ोसी बज रहे थे, अब रो रहे लग बोल के. आपको पड़ोसी के पास जाके देखना क्यों है, उनका क्या रिएक्शन है, उनकी क्या टिप्पणी है. अपने में रहना भाई. अच्छा कर रही है टीम, अपने तक करो ना भाई. गंदा कर रहे हैं तो भी अपने तक करो भाई. क्यों किसी का ओपिनियन लेना है, रिएक्शन लेना है, अपने तक करो. प्लेयर्स इतना प्राउड फील करवा रहे हैं, छाती ठोक के अपने आपस में सेलिब्रेट करो.
Because the way that they're currently playing is so consistent, this squad could be already going to the finals. I don't care if it's too early, but they're playing like it and they're looking like it too.
I mean, honestly, I think we get to the halfway point, and I think that.
अबे मैं तो 20 ज्यादा बोल दिया. 15 पॉइंट चाहिए अपने को. 15 पॉइंट और अपन टॉप 5 कंफर्म है. #1 baby.
To go down the leaderboard just a little bit in the halfway point, and I think
इसका स्क्रीनशॉट लेके है ना, ओजी के चारों प्लेयर्स के डीएम में जाके किसस वाला स्पैम मार दो. नहीं जल्दी स्क्रीनशॉट लो, जाके चारों के चारों प्लेयर के डीएम में स्पैम मार दो. प्राउड फीलिंग बेबी.
No Pecco, please. Where is no Pecco? I want to see some presents from him. Though we did see a little
Orange Rock वाली feeling आ रही है. भाई orangutan है ये.
That's disappointing, right? For team that was second place back.
God, भाई thank you to 3.49 New Zealand dollars.
Let them cook, right? They're slow starting team. Yang Tasho, right? I don't know if it's in Turkish, but they're slow starting team. I wouldn't be too scared for them. At least
पंजाबी में बोल दो कुछ इंडियन टीम के लिए. हीर भाई किवा ओएस सिंह.
I was going to say, I don't want to play something Turkish just yet, all right?
चढ़ती गल्ला.
Let's hold on to that one. But before we even move on, How about we talk about some predictions here? Because for everybody currently watching at home, you can go to the EWC Play app.
Is Cyber Art chill? Good for people with wide back. I don't know, bhai. मैंने कभी try नहीं किया. Thank you
Make
for
sure you use that hashtag EWC and hashtag EWC26. I want you to tell me quickly predictions. Who's going to be winning the next game?
Winning the next game is going to be Fourth Raev.
Nigma Galaxy.
Stop asking me because apparently I get it wrong and then I get roasted. So don't ask me that question again.
Such a cop-out.
Exports Rejects. That's who I won, all right? Exports Rejects. Show me. Keep on that momentum going. But we're actually going to be going to none other than Barty with the defending champions of PMWC, Yangon Galacticos.
Are we good?
Right, you are, Seven. I've got the defending champions of PMWC joining me on the main stage here. I've got Yangon Galacticos. Smile, let's have a quick chat. You know, cast your mind back to PMWC last year. You guys managed to secure the championship. The way that you did that was by consistently putting up placement points. You didn't play too aggressive. You just played your game. Now we've had an entire year since then, and you're going to be joining the group stage tomorrow. Has the strategy changed? What's the plan coming into this year's PMWC?
Especially for the strategy, I don't want to use Y or Ruby too much, but we will prepare for every possible situation, every scenario, that, including the
YG का game में भी मिल रहा है.
2025, any new situation that.
Stay grounded, focus on finals, let them go. Grand by yes, second to 40.
We don't rely on the same strategy because the strategy. Yeah.
Okay. Keeping the cards close to your chest. I like to hear that.
Guys, Jewels भेजो ना एक साथ सारे के सारे 2 लाख लाइक को push कर रहे हैं.
Very, very cool, Mo. Your Yangon Galacticos skin has just released in-game a few days ago. It's traditional Myanmar dress, if I'm not mistaken. Please tell us how it feels to have this kind of representation in-game.
I mean, I'm so proud to be here representing Myanmar and wearing Myanmar culture clothes on the international stage. And also that is so meaningful for our fans and Myanmar people.
Respect.
Traditional clothes on the international stage.
Respect, boys.
And if you could say anything to your fans who are watching and preparing themselves for you guys to step out onto the stage tomorrow.
Job पे से देख रहा हूँ, मजा आ गया. नील भाई, thank you for 2 pounds.
I mean, cheer for us.
Cheer for them, that's what they say. Now, for those of you at home, if you want to get your hands on this incredible skin in-game, just go over to the PMWC event in-game, okay? Now, redeem with perk vouchers, and once you've done that, you'll be able to get your hands on the Yangon Galacticos Champion Outfit Ancient Charm Set. Yangon Galacticos, thank you so much for joining me in this interview. I'm going to shake all your hands, boys. Thank you so much. The gloves are really cool as well. And with that being said, let's head back over to the casters to continue day 2 of the group stage.
I don't know about ancient charm. That guy's got new school charm. What a sweet guy. And what a fun team Yangon Galacticos has been. Last year in EWC 2025, they were fantastic.
चलो guys, DM'd in the chat. तीसरा मैच आज का. 2 मैच में ऐसा माहौल सेट कर दिया, ऐसी एनर्जी ला दिया. कैसा लग रहा है भाई? पहला मतलब क्या बोलूं भाई, एक्सप्रेस नहीं कर सकते रे वर्ड्स में. मतलब अलग लेवल एनर्जी है भाई. 2 मैचों में इतना दिल खुश कर दिया ना यारो. मां कसम, ऐसा लग रहा है अब भी स्ट्रीम चालू करा, उतनी एनर्जी है मेरे.
XL, bring it on down.